Coming up, a lyric for the ladies. My review of the feminine fragrance from Amouage, Lyric Woman. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. This is Joel the Nose coming to you from Miami, and hope everybody's having a great holiday season and wishing everyone the best and most prosperous new year. Quick note on my channel. I've been doing this for about 3 months now, and I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart that who have already subscribed. I'm almost around 150 subscribers now, and so I am slowly but surely building this channel, and I appreciate those that are watching, and I hope you find valuable content. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart, and those that are considering subscribing, thank you also for watching the video. As I go into the new year, though, of course, you want to kind of take account for what you've been doing, and there's a couple changes with my channel. You may have already seen some of the things I'm doing now. I've added a certain element where I'm reviewing series of fragrance houses, which I think is kind of cool, so you can see a bunch of different fragrances from one house. You can check my playlist now for the series I'm doing on État Libre d'Orange, the French niche house. So I'm doing a bunch of their fragrances, and I'll still be doing that going forward before I move on to the next house. Second kind of change as I go into the new year, I want to add more value, right? There's a lot of great reviewers out there. You all know who they are. Most of them are younger. Most of them, they're either 20s, late 20s, or early 30s at the oldest. And I'm 49. Now, I feel much younger. I hopefully look a little bit younger, but I'm 49. So I present a different viewpoint. I am a 100% different person now at 49 than I was at 29, 33, 35, 25. Maturity, age, life experience, mistakes you make, all the stuff, preferences, the stuff I liked as a fragrance then versus now is light years different. I've learned a lot. And so I want to bring that perspective, and I think that I want to give more of that perspective for people who are my age or younger, say mid-30s and older. So I really want to kind of gear this towards people who are in their 30s and older, 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s or older, okay? I'm not out clubbing every night. I'm not going to give you the club scent or all that stuff. Great for the people that do that because there's a much needed segment for that. But that's not my segment. It's not my, really what I can bring to you and to the people who are watching. Thirdly, I'm going to start reviewing a lot more feminine fragrances or unisex fragrances that lean feminine, because I've gotten comments from women and suggestions from some people in particular, and you know who you are, that I review women's fragrances because they want to get a man's perspective, and there's not a lot of reviewers out there that are really doing that. So I'm going to start focusing on reviewing women's fragrances and my opinion on them, what I think, and so I can give advice to women out there on what, maybe your man, your husband, your boyfriend, or whatever, what they may like. And so not going to stop reviewing men's fragrances also, but I'm going to be adding and doing more of that. So those are kind of the 3 changes in my channel going forward into the new year. And let's get right off into it. So I'm going to be reviewing today Lyric Woman. And I have a decant here. It's going to be hard for you to see, but I have a decant that I've had. You can see it's almost gone. I've had this for a little while now. And this is from the niche house Amouage. I've reviewed fragrances from them before, including Beach Up Man. I'll put up a card here, which I love. It's one of my all-time favorites. Amouage is a niche house from the Middle East, from the country of Oman. Super high quality. Most people out there in the fragrance community know a lot about them, love their fragrances. They're very strong, very alpha male, the men's fragrances, very, some of them are polarizing, but most people love them. So today I'm going to be reviewing for the feminine, for the ladies out there, a lyric for the ladies. Here we go. Lyric Woman, released in 2008. This is a classic from them, very well received for the most part and very popular. It is classified as a floral, oriental, I would say also woody. I would add that in there. And it's based on the rose. So it's inspired, the fragrance is inspired by the rose. This is an eau de parfum. Interestingly, this on Fragrantica, this is rated 4.24 out of 5. So this is actually a very high rating for most fragrances on Fragrantica. So you can see it's popular. It is feminine, but I'm going to say this is really probably a unisex fragrance. There is Lyric Man in addition to Lyric Woman, so you can go for Lyric Man. It's different. But I think this can be pulled off either way, although it is more feminine leaning and is classified as a feminine fragrance. What was the house trying to do here? That's one of the things that, if you watch my videos, I try to research and find out what were they doing with the fragrance, what was their goal, so we know whether they achieved it, and at the end of the video, I say whether I thought they achieved their goal. Not a lot of information on it. They typically, again, they say it was inspired by the rose, and they have a quote that says, "Lyric lingers a poignant song without a beginning and an end." So take that for what it is. I'm going to start into the review and I'll let you know at the end. At the top, here are the notes. You have bergamot, spicy cardamom, cinnamon, and ginger. At the heart, you have rose, Angelica, jasmine, Ylang-Ylang, geranium, and Orris. And then at the base, you have Okamoss, musk, wood, patchouli, vetiver, sandalwood, vanilla, tonka bean, and frankincense. So there's a lot going on here, as typically there is in the Amouage house. Ladies, if you haven't worn or smelled Amouage before, this is a really high-end niche fragrance. For a 100 ml bottle, it typically is going to retail around $300 or so. You can find it discounted at different places, but just to let you know, this is a high-end niche fragrance and it is high quality. So let's get right into this. I've been wearing this for 8 hours now, but I'm going to spray it on my right hand, which I did not spray on earlier. What I did earlier today, I sprayed on the back of my left hand, inside of my elbows, either side of my neck, and back of my neck. That's how I typically spray my fragrances. I'm going to give a spray here from this decant. Again, a decant doesn't give you the same, spray as a good bottle, but just so you can see my reaction. And here we go. Whew. Okay, so right off the bat, I get that spicy cardamom. It is spicy, it's peppery, it's cardamom, which is a kind of a spicy element. It's a little bit sweet. I don't really get the bergamot. Maybe it's there to kind of round it out and keep it from being too sharp, because this is kind of bright and sharp at the top. Ginger, not really so much. The cinnamon, I do get a pinch of the cinnamon, I think, with the sweetness and the cardamom. So this is mostly at the top a cardamom spicy fragrance for me. It's beautiful. It's very strong. It's very elegant. It is warm. It is powdery. So I get a little bit of powdery feel. I get that touch of cinnamon. It has definitely got an air of sophistication, and this is a strong woman's fragrance. This is not a woman who's kind of laying back and this is a woman who takes charge. This is a boss woman. This is a CEO woman. This is something you wear for a big business meeting, or you wear to court, or you're negotiating a deal, or you have a big date. This is something typically probably going to be better at night, but as I said, it can be worn during the day. I think if you need a powerful fragrance and you want to make a statement, this is not when you want to kind of be in the background and not take front and center. This is a fragrance that puts you out front and center. So take heed, and that's very evident from this fragrance. I would say at the top it's a little bit more of an oriental chypre. Chypre means it's something typically has a woody base, because there's definitely woody and like sandalwood coming through. I would say this is more of a fall-winter fragrance. I live here in Miami, so fall-winter means almost nothing. We wear fragrances all year round, but it is going to be, I could see, really would be a great sultry date nighttime fragrance. After about an hour, the rose kicks in for me. It becomes like kind of a very spicy rose. The rose is beautiful, and it gets a little bit sweeter, a little bit warmer at that point, a little bit creamier. For me, that's the frankincense. Frankincense to me always comes off as creamy. I think that's a wonderful touch here. And actually, after about 2 hours, it gets to be a little bit smoky. In fact, on my skin, it came across as a little bit almost like a vanilla tobacco smell. So it's got this like powdery, smoky, sultry tobacco vibe. Interesting, very interesting. I love it. It's not, so even though this is feminine, that's why I said this could be really unisex, because on my skin, I can totally pull this off, and I think most men probably could, but this is something, ladies, that I want to smell on you. I would love this on my, date, on my girlfriend, on my significant other. This would smell amazing. I feel like I could just eat this off their skin. It's got such a sultry, smoky vanilla scent. And after about 3 hours, the projection goes strong. So you're getting a good sillage, I have a good, what I call scent helmet, because I spray here and here. So I could smell this walking around for a good 3 hours. You're going to project. Again, that's why I said wear this if you want to make an impression. If you're trying to not make an impression, this is going to be something that is out there. I'm already at the 8-hour mark, and it's on my skin super strong. So here, I sprayed this 8 hours ago. I'm getting that, that dry down is very vanilla, tonka bean, and oak moss. I work a lot with oak moss. As you can see here, I have these cups. I make my own fragrances. I'm experimenting a lot so I can train my nose and really dig in and learn about combinations and compositions. And I use oak moss a lot because I find it to be a very good neutral woody base that is good unisex. So I'm getting oak moss. I'm getting, and which I wouldn't have detected, by the way, if I didn't work with it myself. This is something that's really helping me train my nose. But I'm definitely getting tonka bean and vanilla, and that's why I think it gets a little bit more feminine towards the end of the fragrance. And as it wears on all day, I think ladies, you're going to love this, and I think men are going to love this on their ladies. So there you have it. There's my review. I hope you found this useful. A lot of information, because I had to talk about my channel going forward. And if you don't already subscribe, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate those that already have done it. I'd love to hear comments from the ladies out there who already wear this or who have worn this, and what you think of my review, what you think of what I've said, and any opinions or anything you can add to it. I'd love to hear it, because I want women to get a lot out of this and know what men are looking for and what we would like this. Final comment. Did they achieve what they were going for? Yes. They're trying to get this everlasting rose, and the rose starts, you know, right after that spicy cardamom, after about 45 minutes, and it goes all the way through until the end, as I said, mixed with the vanilla. That rose is still there. This is a fragrance I would love to, again, smell on any woman that I'm, you know, with. And I want to, again, thank everybody for watching the video, and thank you for your time. And I wish everyone the best and brightest and prosperous new year going forward. And I look forward to growing with you on my channel. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.